Delete it.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Oh,
No ukulele.
all right.
I'm hitting record. Boom.
Home side.
Home slice. Okay.
All right.
Here we are.
We just kind of had a heart to heart and didn't record it.
None at. Well, we did by
Well,
accident, but then I
We
just
didn't feel like it was
delete.
right because we
Yeah.
didn't realize we were being recorded.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
And if it sounds different, it's technical difficulties early on. So,
and
but
we can't find the tech guy, so
yeah, tech guy. So if anybody out there knows the difference between mono and stereo, well, I know the
Recording
difference.
wise.
Yeah, but does it sound different to you? Let us know.
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think.
Please do. Oh, what do you want to do? Do you just want to
Do
keep
you just
talking?
jump in and
Just
get
jump
deep?
in and just
Ugh.
yeah. I
Let's
mean,
bare the souls.
it's a week, a day. It's everything. I think
Yeah.
for people to be feeling shit. You know what it
Honestly,
is?
I think it's Mental Health Awareness Month too.
Well,
So this is just
here's what TikTok
ironic.
told me.
Oh, tell me what TikTok.
Because
told me.
last month,
Because you know it's
it must
correct.
be every month that there's this new full moon that's supposed to change everything that's
Oh,
going
that
on with
Mercury's
yourself.
always in retrograde.
I only know what it
Or in
is
the
now.
refrigerator, and you need to line your chocolates or whatever.
Okay.
I know
Oh,
I pronounce it wrong on
that
purpose.
was perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
Something about like the Scorpio moonish thing.
Do you follow this kind of stuff?
No,
Because
but
I'm
TikTok-
Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Oh, I've been watching too much TikTok. I've been like doing it for like, oh, I need my TikTok fix.
I like how we started this conversation by I've been so out of social media for so long.
That's
and
different.
This
is different.
TikTok is not social media.
No, TikTok is like YouTube to me.
Oh my
like
gosh.
TikTok is just me just killing some time.
That's what Instagram is for me. I just hit the Reels button and just
Yeah, okay.
flippity flip.
Yeah, it's the same thing, same concept.
Yeah.
But so in April, the moon, that was one, oh shit, they're probably all about the same thing. But that one was like a new beginning, like
Okay. New moon.
probably something about the pink moon.
Oh, a pink moon.
Yeah. Pink
Ooh.
moon. And so that was supposed, to be like now's the time where you're like moving forward.
Yeah.
This moon is supposed to be where you're letting go of something, you're moving on,
Okay.
And that could be anything. And it's just funny because to me, like it was Friday. I know it's funny I just say Friday, but I've decided to stop drinking. I'm like
Okay.
I'm gonna stop drinking, which to me it was like every day. I mean, every day I was drinking 2 to 3 beers, and then however many the day could fit in, just whatever time I started on the weekend.
Sure.
So yeah, did that, and I love it. I'm happy,
Yeah.
like
Honestly,
to not do it.
Sparkling water is like if I'm trying to cut down,
Mhm.
sparkling water is one of those things that really like helps like fill that habit.
Yeah. And what was
because
your drink of choice?
I like beer.
Okay.
I am a beer person, so it's got the carbonated,
Mhm.
fizzy stuff. It's not too bland,
Yeah.
but
And that's what it is for me.
Okay.
It's like, that like at like 5 o'clock when I'm starving, and I'm like, oh, I'm not ready to fix supper, and a beer would just
it
hit
just
the
sounds
spot.
real refreshing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we had gone to the arts.
Oh, the tap for taff or something.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the rooftop.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, what that is, it's a festival for like a fundraiser.
It's just a fundraiser.
for the Tippecanoe Arts Federation, which is TAF. So
Yeah.
they call it Taps for TAF.
Yeah.
I think.
Thanks for clarifying that. I was there.
No, I didn't know what was going on though because I had a little
Yeah.
too many.
Well, I
drinks.
didn't because
Yeah.
that was Saturday.
Oh, and you decided to start this on Friday?
Yeah.
Convenient.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then
And it was-
Cinco de
so it's
Mayo's
all
this
beer.
Week? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, so it was all, it was just beer, basically a beer garden.
Sure.
And,
Where is that
and
at?
free beer. It was on top of the
At the bridge?
parking lot at the bridge. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah. But there was a table that they had non-alcoholic beer. And
I feel
the
like
whole time I drank that. And I was like,
I think there is a place
that's who it
in
was.
town, local, that does it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's Athletic Brewery that is a non-alcoholic beer that has like a lot of different
Yeah.
like IPA kind of stuff, I think.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of good things about it. I think you can get it at like Target or Meijer.
Yeah, and it hit the spot, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I can do this.
Yeah,
So-
I think now they've definitely come out with more flavors and options. Because I remember when I was pregnant with Isaac, so this was 6 years ago, I was like really craving some wine, right? So I found non-alcoholic wine at Meijer. Fucking grape juice, man. Like,
Yeah.
it was so stupid.
Yeah. You're
Like-
just sipping it, you're like, wait. I'll just
Yeah.
go over here. I was
Like,
drinking
I
ginger
like-
beer last night.
It's
Like,
good.
it is
It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like ginger ale so much, and I don't like lemon lime soda. But like a little bit of ginger beer, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah. It was good. I'm like, it's in a bottle.
Yeah.
You know, it was hitting all the spots. Just
Yeah.
like, you know, for a cigarette smoker
Yeah.
to break the habit. It's also the other habits along with it.
Yeah.
And it was funny as we were going into it. Like, I was like, okay, here I go. I'm going up to a beer garden, and I'm quitting drinking. Initially, it was just for a month. I decided,
Yeah.
but now I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna just try and stop.
And that's kind of like how I do. It's not like I just don't drink anymore. It's just I can't do it at the capacity that I used to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this weekend, Cinco de Mayo, Eric's making like enchiladas on Friday, and he's our mixologist at home.
Yeah.
So he'll probably either make margaritas from scratch or he's been doing like a mule, but instead of vodka in it, he'll put tequila in it.
Yeah.
And it's just so good. And so I'll have like one or two of those, and that'll be it for the weekend.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a hit or miss with me. Like I don't need to do it every day, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean,
like how most habits are, I guess.
yeah, and that's what it was for me. Just
Yeah.
the habit of having it, doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I just looked at them like, all right, plus and pros and cons. Like, what good has alcohol really brought me?
Yeah.
That I couldn't have had without it. And
I do not sleep good if I've drank.
yeah, I sleep okay. I snore if
Yeah.
I've been drinking.
Yeah.
But my energy level is just way down
Mm-hmm.
when alcohol's involved.
Yeah. So
And,
you've noticed a difference already in the
Oh yeah,
last
just
week?
like within the
Yeah.
first couple of days, like
Yeah.
yeah, just how I have the energy
You
to
feel like
go hang out with the
crisper.
kids more,
Yeah.
and not like be like, yeah, this is cool, I'm gonna go have a drink,
Yeah.
like no, like well, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna
Right.
hang out with the kids, or do this or that, or
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I'm early,
Yeah.
but I don't know, I like it,
Yeah.
and I like not
So it
having
feels
to
good.
be attached to it, like to
Yeah.
where, like, oh well, Friday's coming, I guess I'm gonna go get some beer and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just
Do
like,
our normal thing.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna do something different. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I want.
Do what I want.
That's awesome though.
But oh yeah, no. So as we were going up there to the tippity top for the tap, what? Help me out.
Tap for tap.
Tap. Thank you. I was like, oh, thinking trigger. I was like, oh, here's a trigger going there, and I'm just saying them out loud. I was like, well, then the grilling. If we were home, I'd be grilling, and that's a trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Or or doing yard work, that's a trigger.
Right.
Or just sitting
Being at
down,
the
that's
pool,
a trigger. I'm
right,
like, wait,
huh.
everything's a trigger. So
You gotta
you know,
figure it out.
I'll be
Yeah.
wherever I'm at. That's where I'm at. So I might as well. I have nowhere to finish at. That should have been rhymed.
It should have rhymed,
for
but it
that.
didn't.
You think I could rhyme that? That seems easy enough. Thank you. So, but that's yeah. So the moon. Back to the moon. Yeah.
I was like, I don't. What even
the
started
releasing the
Yeah.
the
Letting go of something.
letting go of something, and yeah, that's what this new moon kind of signifies. And not that I believe in all this crap, but
It's fun to speculate. It's fun to.
well, it's also helpful. when is
Yeah.
it not helpful to let go of something that's causing you harm?
Right. Yeah.
You know, when is it not helpful, like the previous moon, to think that, oh, this is a new beginning. This is, you know,
What
it's all
habit
helpful.
can I start
Yeah.
to help me get to where my goal is?
Yeah.
You know, like,
I guess
Yeah.
where it would become unhealthy is where you start, like I just did with alcohol, but start trying to identify things and really tie it to it and be like, no, it has to be, I have to be letting this thing go because the moon says I do.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's, I guess, where it would be unhealthy.
Yeah. I mean, just the reflection part to understand, I think, is helpful.
Mhm. Your unicorn is
Is it in
is
full
up again.
flesh?
Yeah, it is. It's perfect. You know what? Now that's inspired me. Along with our new stickers. All right.
Yeah.
Before we talk about our new stickers,
Stickers.
I'm gonna draw little cartoon characters of us, just our faces, and just so I can draw your unicorn.
Oh
hair.
my gosh.
And then just right here, and you with one little unicorn hair sticking
Seriously, like,
up.
I will take a picture and I will post. Like,
Yeah.
basically, this is what I think I'm just going to do every day. I'm just going to take a picture every time we record of my unicorn hair.
It's like a backwards alfalfa.
It's like in the front instead
Yeah.
of the back. It's a backwards mullet. Party in the front, also party in the
Yeah,
back.
right.
Like,
Yeah, party everywhere.
like, and for the record, I do use hairspray to try to work on it.
Really?
And then throughout the day, it just like,
Yeah.
boing.
Huh. Are you're sure you're not using something like, I don't know, something that would make
Stop.
it? I can't think of
Stop.
anything. Oh yeah, like
Isn't there a movie?
well, yeah, I was something about Barry, but that's not what I was thinking.
I was like, I've never seen the movie, but I've always heard that part, and that is not what
Yeah.
happened.
I was trying to think of some kind of liquid that would make something erect. You know, I wasn't going into the sexual realm, but you know, that's where that word. Which, side note, when my wife was in high school, they had a class project where they had to come up with a business, and her team came up with they inspect tents. You know, like after somebody pitches a tent, they'll come out and inspect it and make sure it's all good. And their motto was, "We'll inspect when erect."
Oh
was funny.
my gosh. I'm surprised they didn't get failed just because of that.
Oh yeah, no, I think they had to have T-shirts. made
Oh
up, too.
no!
Inspect when erect. That's it. That's what it was. Yeah. So.
Ah,
But
double
yeah.
meanings.
So yeah, we were just talking about like hard times,
Yeah.
shit sucking sometimes, and yeah, it's just
Yeah.
fun. I mean, tis the season. I think.
Is it?
Before you even got in here, I got a phone call from someone who was just spilling on me, and
Yeah.
and I just feel like
It's-
either I'm like just a big, I don't know, place for people to go to dump,
I mean,
or
I think I'm
if
that
it's
type
just
of
everywhere.
person too. I think there's certain people, empaths, if you will,
Yeah, so I guess that
where
would be
it's
the
like
technical.
it's just like a magnetic thing. We feel safe to other people to unload
Mhm.
their stuff, and then
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know if I really said what was going on with me. I think we said it all beforehand and then didn't say it once we actually started recording.
Right.
But this last week has been a real shithole. Like not really a whole lot of things happening to me to make it bad. Just my brain's not working right, and I need to get into my doctor to fix things next week, and my medicine's running out and not really what it needs to be anyways. So yeah, my brain is not great right now.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of, we're white knuckling it. We are, just kind of dealing with
Breathing.
it the best way possible. Lots of breathing, lots of listening to angry music, lots
Mhm.
of working out, lifting the really heavy stuff, and that helps. I mean, it's been not great weather, so yesterday was nice, so I took the boys outside and played and forced myself to talk to neighbors, and it was actually really nice.
Mhm.
So,
That's a huge help.
yeah.
The outside. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like, because when you get in flow of something,
Yeah.
that's like the only time that when shit's going, shitty for me, getting in flow and it almost seems like accidental if I try and say like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to get in flow and I'm going to do this. Like,
Well,
that's not going to happen.
And that's actually something that I did yesterday too. Is it's I'm trying to figure out the landscaping plan for the house so that we know like what foundation plants to put in, and then over the next few years can add some other stuff. So I'm trying to like plan that out.
Yeah.
And that's really, that is my creative jam. You like to write songs and stuff. I like play with plants.
Mm-hmm.
And so I literally went outside and took a picture of the house, and then I've been researching and spending time like plugging plants in to see what it looks like. And not only did I went a step deeper and I did what it looks like in the spring, what it looks like in the summer, what it looks like in the fall.
Yeah.
And like I did this in Canva, and I just like messed with pictures of plants and like removed the backgrounds and stuck it up so I knew like what it would look like. And that really got me out of my own way a little bit.
Yeah.
And then prepped me for when the boys got home to take them outside. And I think if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like when you get to where it's just, and if your mind isn't feeling like it's right and not able to kind of, just process things as they come, then if you just sit and let it just keep coming in, like you're not processing anything. It's just coming in. It's just getting all churned up. Mm-hmm. But when you're able to find those times to distract yourself, but it's a healthy distraction that's leading towards some progress, or at least even if you don't do anything with the outside, that was healthy for your brain to go through that process.
Yeah.
And then I was going somewhere with that.
I don't know.
But yeah. So, but to get yourself into that type of flow and to get away from it for a bit, where that's a healthy way, there are unhealthy ways too.
Yeah.
And so either way,
right.
Yeah, at least with the healthy way, you come out the other side and you feel like you can make some more progress. You do the unhealthy way, and
it's like you've dug yourself another shovelful in the hole that you're already in.
Yeah, and you got to
go
back.
So that's like with the drinking. Like if I had turned to alcohol in this state, I would feel like shit tomorrow, and then have to start from that lower position. Where now it's like I'm at least stagnant. I plugged the hole in the boat for a little bit from getting deeper. So.
Yeah, and you were there with your kids, and when they got back, you were able to spend some good time with them.
Yeah, and like we all kind of we were all overtired at bedtime, and for me, it was a good opportunity to start talking with my oldest about mental health stuff. It's like, hey, mom's brain hurts. I'm having a hard time managing my frustration right now. I'm sorry I've been yelly, but I'm going to work on it, and tomorrow's a new day. It's just practicing.
Yeah.
Like, you're not always going to be perfect. Practice makes progress. Like, is what I tell them.
Oh, I like that.
But then Isaac was like, hey, it's my turn to pick out the book, and he brought The Grumpy Monkey. I was like, of course, this is fitting. Let's do it. And I was so grumpy when I started reading that, too.
Yeah.
Like, I was probably a little too aggressive with some of the lines, and I think the boys were, like, really upset. But the more that I read it, like...
And the fucking monkey.
Right?
Just wanted to go... I don't even know how it goes.
Yeah, basically, it's like his friend saying, why are you grumpy? Today's a perfect day.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, if you're grumpy, you need to do this, you need to do that. And it's like...
So I can see, like...
I'm not grumpy! Like...
So when you started, like, the voices, you were doing them, like, annoying the grumpy monkey. Because I'm, relating to this grumpy monkey right now. And the fucking why are you so grumpy?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Fucker. Yeah. Like, fuck
Leave
you.
me the fuck alone.
Yeah. And then, like, his friend ends up, something happened, and he, like, got grumpy. It's like, sometimes it's okay to be grumpy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be a better day. And it was really perfect.
Nice.
So, it was nice to be able to have a teaching moment, turn it into that.
Yeah.
Trying to be positive, but man, it fucking sucks. I don't want to.
I don't know what... Okay, first of all, these look low. But anyway,
So
let's
I'll
keep
talk
on.
like this.
Yeah, let's get a little closer for everybody.
It
they
just
turned
felt like
down
it was
their.
really
They
loud
turned it up.
in my headphones.
Yeah,
so I
same
was
here.
Back a little bit more.
Okay, so I must not be able to focus
Sorry.
very well because I was already. What was we talking about?
Grumpy Monkey.
Yeah.
Mental
Oh, I was
health,
gonna say like
teaching
the
moment, trying to be positive.
yeah, but
it
like
fucking sucks.
I said how like freaking universe like does things like everything. I don't want to say this
Everything
question.
happens for a
Everything
reason.
happens for everything does.
Fuck you, Chris. Fuck you.
Maybe not happen for a reason, but everything happens, and then there's like, oh shit, it like points out a reason why it happened.
Right.
Does that make
right.
sense?
Oh my
But,
god.
like-
So like I had been fired, and I still to this day feel like it was a very unjust situation because I'd never been written up. I never did anything wrong in my job.
Mm-hmm.
They just got pissed that I had a kid. Anyways, so got fired from that position, and that's what kind of threw me into this world, and
Yeah.
that's what I had wanted, but I was too scared to make the jump. And so there's definitely a lot of good things that can come from really shitty situations,
Oh yeah.
but
Yep. But for as
think
like
of that.
non.
I would have never met you had that not happened.
No shit. What? So like
focus.
I cannot.
Focus.
Well, yeah, the focus on that. Oh yeah, I'm not. I was gonna say like I'm not a like when I say things happen for a reason, all that, or things happen and they point out a reason why they happen.
Yeah.
For as like non-spiritual or religious, I guess I'll say religious, as
Yeah.
I think I am. I still always come back. I guess it's spiritual. I guess I am spiritual.
You're spiritual.
Like,
you're not religious.
I'm
It's
not
like-
religious.
And that's how I am too. It's
yeah.
not. I'm not about like organized religion, but you feel what you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I also realize, okay, even if I'm like, if all this, the moons, the things happening for a reason, even if that stuff isn't necessarily true, like let's say the universe is looking down on us, it's like, you guys are fucking. Do you think I'm like all this shit's happening for you? No. But
What's happening for them over here?
but the way our brains work, the way
Yeah.
we're wired is, we notice things that we are noticing. We notice things that our mind is on. Like, what is it, RAS? I thought you would know this being a realtor. But, what you focus on becomes... Somebody else
Sorry.
knows this answer or can finish that.
I'm like, I have no idea where you're going.
Okay, well, so like you never think about roofs,
Oh.
and then all of a
okay.
sudden you're like, hey, we need a new roof, and you start looking, at different types of shingles. Now every house you see,
Yeah.
you just see the roofs,
Just like like
or you get a new
I
car.
do that thing with a car.
Yeah, the car is the
Or
better
you-
example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just see that car driving everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, so when things happen to us, or when we're looking for an answer, or just anything, we'll see it, and we'll see it in little things. And sometimes that's helpful. Sometimes I think it's not helpful, because if we're constantly thinking about something that is unhealthy for us,
It doesn't matter.
or
Yeah.
or if we fixate on what we don't want, then we're going to see those things. And
Manifesting, baby.
And that's
Yeah.
what manifesting basically is. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we'll see it, and we'll
Yeah.
gravitate towards it
Have
because we
you-
can't stop thinking about it.
Well, this isn't a TikTok thing, so you probably haven't seen it.
Yeah, if it's on TikTok, I have no knowledge of it.
But there's this account that I follow, and she her videos, she's basically standing out in her front yard, no matter the weather, in her bathrobe. And she's like yelling to the universe, like, hey,
Yeah.
if you could give me less things today, that would be great, because I can't handle it. Thanks. And then, it's usually really awkward, really adorable, and then she runs up to the camera and she goes, it's called manifesting. Look it up. And it's so funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's kind of,
Yeah. No, it's true. I believe it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm really into, the crystals, but I don't I kind of feel like all that's bullshit. But it's they're pretty, so I
Yeah.
want all of them. But I was just telling a friend the other day, when we were in Denver last fall, we were in Golden, actually. And so Eric and his friend let me go into this gem shop while they just sat outside. I was in there for like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Just like going through every little thing. I didn't buy anything. But I wanted to take it all home. But there was this one rock that I thought was so cool. And I just kind of was like rubbing on it as I was looking at other stuff, and then I put it back before I left.
Yeah.
And the little card that was next to it, it said that it like induces vivid dreams or something. And I'm a vivid dreamer, not all the time, but like I'll go through phases where I have a lot of dreams kind of all together.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do, they're all vivid. Like when I was pregnant, dude, so many vivid dreams. But then like that night I had a vivid dream. It was like, it's gotta be true.
Yeah. Well, I believe in like the energies and stuff. Like I'm an
Yeah.
earthy person.
Yeah.
So like that's part of it, and
Yeah.
and I've just started kind of dipping
There's
my toes
too many
and learning
rules,
about that.
though. It's like you gotta be careful when you have this rock around if you're feeling this way, because then it'll just like
Yeah, I don't know about
exacerbate the negative
all that
energy.
stuff.
I was like, that's
Yeah.
a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. I don't
So-
know all that stuff.
I know. It's like rub this rock with intention. It's like, I don't what?
I have
does that
started,
mean?
like I was saying, dipping my toes in the earth. It's called earthing,
Grounding,
and it's also called grounding.
forest bathing.
Is that what it's called
There's
too?
another one. Yeah, it's called forest bathing. I don't know
Like,
what that one
and
is.
I'm like, this sounds like something I could get into. Not wearing
What
my
is it?
shoes.
Is it like walking naked in the woods?
I
Is
think
that
it's just
forest
like
bathing?
not well as far as where I've gotten so far. It's
Walking
not
in-
letting that separation between you and the actual
Yeah,
earth, so
that-
so you
that
can
is
receive its
grounding.
energy.
Yeah.
You know, because there is energy
Mm-hmm.
all around us, and yeah, and when my energy's low, things suck. When my energy's high, things are better.
So
You
what
know.
you're telling me is I need to get naked and just roll around in our yard.
That's what you gotta do. And now you would have had the perfect place, but you went and sold it. Now you're gonna be
No.
rolling around, and the watcher's gonna be looking down on you.
Dude, they started building 2 houses across the street, so I'm just like, I can't go outside ever.
No.
Never going outside again.
Yeah, that's the worst part about being in a neighborhood.
I know.
You get So when I first moved into our house, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll paint the picture.
Of course you will.
I'm gonna paint the picture for our listeners at home.
If you need to go to the bathroom, now's the time.
Now's the time. When you get back after your number 2, I will be.
Still be talking.
Okay, so as you go down the driveway. Okay, so you're there at the house. Now, what I think it's like half an acre. Why am I looking at you?
I don't know.
It's like half an acre, and the way it is, it's lengthy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just tuning in right now, I'm talking about the house, and so yeah, but so half of it is the house, and then the other half is basically the yard,
The
on
pool.
the side, yeah, pool, and then yard behind that, and it's
Yeah.
all fenced in, 6-foot fence. So I walk out there, and it is, and the neighbors, they all have like half-acre lots too, so they're kind of like back
A little
off.
further away.
There's some
Yeah.
trees to block a lot of the view, not all of it.
Are you going to tell us the skinny dipping story?
Oh yeah, when I first
Oh,
moved
yeah.
there, I would go outside and I'd have my like this bathrobe,
Oh
this
my
white
gosh.
bathrobe, and I like stood out like a king, looking across, like, oh yes, here we go. And then I was like, I think I can get naked, so I just get naked. I walk around, just like peeking around,
Oh my
line of
gosh.
sight. Can anybody see me? So yeah, and I'd walk around naked, and then our neighbors next door. There's one window that can look down and see the entirety of our backyard. But those neighbors, their son, like, that was his room.
Oh my
And
god!
he was a gamer, and I knew he'd be at school. And they were hardly ever at home. They were the best neighbors.
Yeah.
And so I was just
Until
like,
they
I got
looked
this.
down and saw Chris'
Well, yeah.
tiny wiener. No.
To me, they were still the best neighbors.
That's what made it the best.
That's what made it the best. Look at this. So, but yeah, so that house has been sold. I sold it, and when I didn't realize the view they had of our backyard until I went up there and I looked out and I was like, oh my god, they can see everything. So
So-
now the new neighbors, I don't do that anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did they ever say a story or anything about you doing that?
No.
Well, I mean, they did have you sell their house. I feel like that may be not a thing if they knew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah. Yeah. It was cold, too, sometimes. So he probably saw me. He's like, oh, this guy's not a threat.
Nice.
So, yeah. How'd we get on that? Oh, earthing.
Like, you felt the need to tell that story.
Yeah. So, yeah, but if I could only... I do. That's... A nudist... I don't think I'd ever want, like, a nudist colony. Like, I'm not comfortable being around naked around other people.
Yeah.
But...
Have you ever been in an outdoor shower?
Yeah.
That is the best thing ever.
Oh, it was cold when I did mine.
Oh, yeah.
That was in Michigan. It was like October.
That's because you did post a picture about that.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, so Sarah got him. Sarah got him, like peeking out, and I think you can see like maybe the knee down and like.
No, nice.
It's like,
that's my best part. Too,
right, and then he's like peeking out of the shower.
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
That was so cold.
I bet.
Because it wasn't that. I mean, it's not like the water was connected even to like heat or anything. It was just coming out of a big, however many 1,000-gallon tank, probably like 500 gallon tank of water that had been sitting out. It was first thing in the morning, and I'm like, I'm doing this. And they do like that's another thing I want to get into.
Cold plunging?
Yes.
No.
I did it in my bathtub. It felt okay, except I couldn't get my whole body in there, and I was like. What was underwater was okay, but then what was out of water was like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm not into that. There's a lot of scientific evidence on kind of more on it doesn't really help muscle recovery and stuff. But
Russell Brand said it with his British accent
Russell Brand is also kind of an idiot.
Nah, I don't listen to him a whole lot. But when he listened,
when he said that, I was like,
I was like, that looks cool. He just talks so fast.
He does.
Like, it's not the accent. I get it. Like, I'm good with accents. You heard me.
You are so good at accents.
Waluigi! That wasn't even Waluigi. Anyway,
yeah, anyway.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to start talking about Russell Brand, but I really
Cold plunge? I don't know. There's what's the
even
other
just
guy?
even backing him up, like...
The cold man, I think they call him like the Hoff or something. Or Hoff.
Dustin, or...
Hoff something or other.
You mean, why can't I think of his
cold
name?
plunge
Knight
guy.
Rider?
No. He's not an actor.
mean,
he's not anything. Like, he makes his living off of teaching people to cold plunge. I think Iceman.
Well, there's all kinds of that stuff, but I would at least like to try it so I can say whether or not I
Wim
liked
Hof
it.
is his name. He's
Wim
a Dutch
Hof.
motivational speaker, also known as the Iceman. Extreme athlete noted for his ability to withstand low temperatures. So yeah. He previously held a Guinness World Record for swimming under ice and prolonged full body contact with ice. And he holds a record for barefoot half marathon on ice.
A marathon on ice? Oh, I guess yeah. Huh. That kind of looks like what I would look like in about 10 years, hopefully.
Yep. We'll post a picture of that too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's what I look like in my backyard. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, well, and you have the pool, so just don't turn the heater on and you can cold plunge right now.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm sorry, listeners. I'm so worried about our levels here as I look.
Yeah, I'm just going to eat
low.
this.
Yeah.
Eat
There
the
we
mic.
go.
Anyway, sorry.
What time are we? Let's see. How long have we been?
33 minutes.
Wow.
41 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, second half.
I know.
Chapter 2.
I'm real sorry, guys. My brain is just like
It's all right.
messing me up.
That's what tis the season.
Yeah.
Tis the season.
Yeah,
Things are not always the greatest.
Yeah, I've been having some really great friends like, hey, do you want to talk? It's like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, no, thank you. Like, I know that I have a podcast coming up, and that's probably the most peopling that I'll feel like doing for the next 2 weeks. So.
Mm-hmm. You know, there is
Just
something
leave me
about
alone.
it. Like,
Yeah.
there's something about putting on the headphones
Yeah.
and just sitting here and just saying it. You know,
Yeah.
and it's
And I get to say it one time instead of 20 times
Yeah.
to people who are asking me. It's like, listen to the
Yeah.
podcast. I'm done. Like,
well, and it's. I mean, we are truly just put it out there.
yeah.
You know, and wherever it goes, it goes.
And that's
But
kind
it-
of what I felt like. Like, I don't. People shouldn't have to feel like this and then just, like, be put in a closet and
Yeah.
labeled as, like, oh, you're just depressed.
Yeah, come back.
Depression's not a thing. It's like, dude, it's fucking a thing, and it sucks. And I know that I don't even have it as bad as what some people I know do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not, like, suicidal or anything. I just feel like I didn't, like, when I walked in, I parked at the library, walked all the way around the building to come in. I knew you were here. I saw your car out there. Could I
Yeah.
have texted you and said, hey, could you open the back door for me? Did I? No, because I feel like just breathing is enough of a burden on everybody else right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, God forbid I ask you to open a door. Like, it's not, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. And, like, I've talked to Eric about it, and this isn't something that he deals with much, so he knows he just kind of leaves me alone and lets me be, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's nice to talk to people who do have, like, a first-hand understanding of how sucky it is. But anyways, you don't have to suffer. You don't have to suffer by yourself. You can find people that, I mean, the only way that you can find people that understand and can deal with it is by saying something.
Mhm.
So anyways, you don't have to suffer. Go to the doctor. Sometimes your brain works, and sometimes you need the medical additional serotonin to make it better.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
It's like talking to people. It is tough because you talk to someone, and a lot of times you're finding somebody to talk to is hard.
Yeah.
You know, and the hard part is like getting over that little hump of like, okay, well, when I talk to somebody, this is what I hope to get out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, well, what's the point of telling them? They're just going to tell me this.
Right.
You know, or they're going to, you know, you start going through it through your head, like, well, what's going to happen when I do tell them? Nothing. I'm still going to be there with
I'm
my
just gonna
own
feel
shit.
like a big old
Yeah.
lump of turd. Yeah.
But to talk to people who know how to listen to somebody who's having a hard time and know that they don't need to hear like diminishing, you know, your feelings.
Or like this is easier said than done. You know, just be
Yeah.
happy. Just do.
just look at the bright side. You know, those. That's how I'm saying. Like,
half glass full, not half
Yeah.
empty. Yeah.
or you're good. Or when you say like, you know, I feel like a piece of shit.
yeah.
You know,
I'm not trying to be self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, and it's just funny because you know logically what it is. You know logically that I have value. I'm not a piece of shit. But like emotionally, I just feel like a total lump.
Mm-hmm.
Like worthless. Whatever. Like I know that I'm not. But it's like it's your mind. Whoa.
what?
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Okay, computer.
It's like your mind
relax.
and your emotions are like battling against each other.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I hate it. And
Mhm.
but like and that's what's so weird to me too, is there's such a stigma for taking medication to help balance your brain chemicals. Your brain makes a bajillion chemicals that are necessary for all the functions.
Yeah.
And like the likelihood that they're all 100% firing and receiving correctly, come on.
Yeah.
But like, you know, your grandparents don't bat an eye to taking, you know, blood pressure or heart medication, but oh gosh, not the crazy pills. Like,
Yeah.
can't do that. It's like
That's
no,
true.
like that's no, thank you. I'll take the crazy. I call them the chill pills. So take them all day long.
Yeah. My brain, and of course I'm not even a week. I'll be a week tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've noticed a difference.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed, I've been able to handle things that I don't think I could have handled this past week without not with if I had been drinking.
Yeah.
And not even like the fact that I just would have drank myself silly and not been able to handle things.
Right.
Just the fact that
brain fog.
And I was able to just levelly, in a healthy way, deal. And so, not going to get into details.
No,
but,
you don't have to.
But yeah, so the brain is a fuckery thing.
It is.
And it's amazing how just she is. But just I don't know, like I come back to like even just sitting down, just saying it out loud and getting the shit out. It's better than saying it out loud to myself in the truck, and then they go nowhere, and then they keep going over the same old cycles and the same old things. And
like the last 3 years, because I started therapy right before Jonah was born, and he just turned 3. So the last 3 years I've been working super hard on mentally stuff, and like talk therapy is huge. Like I feel like there's a lot of things that beforehand I would keep bottled up because it's like, oh, Eric doesn't want to hear about this, or if I do talk to Eric, then like what you were saying, like he's just going to tell me, like give me a list of how to fix it, and I don't want a list of how to fix it. I just want him to listen to me vent, and that kind of stuff. And really like being able to talk to somebody third party who has like no biases against it. She doesn't know Eric, she doesn't know my mom, she doesn't know like anybody in my life that I'm having an issue with, but just being able to talk and realize that the way that I'm feeling, I'm not crazy, I'm valid for having those feelings, but maybe try to learn some boundaries and figure out how to keep yourself safe from having to deal with bullshit all the time. And even though Eric doesn't go, like just me going and me helping myself do that, he's been able to open up to me more about certain things, and it's really been a huge help for both of us, just me going to take care of myself. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
I'm always I'm in constant like work on myself. If I went to a talk therapist, if I did that, I could probably cut down on my own self-worth my own work that I do by myself by about half. You know what I mean? I could get it done a lot quicker.
A little quicker,
But I get there sometimes. It just it takes a lot of TikTok videos.
But seriously, like that, I feel like that has helped, take away some of the weird ickies that we've been programmed to have around it. Like, is it weird, especially if you've never done it before? Yes. Like, but if you find just like a friend, if you find a person that you click with and a doctor that understands you, it feels so good. Like, I have never had an appointment where I come out feeling worse than when I went in.
Yeah.
So
it's probably great to know when you're going in, like, I'm going to hear real honesty from this person. I'm going to hear, them just tell me what they see, and it's not going to be like with a friend or with a family member, there's that thing where they don't want to offend you, or, maybe they
have to live with you in other situations where, you pay this lady to not be around you.
And they may have with whatever issues may be dealing with, those might be the same. They might be tied to them, or they may have a relationship to those issues, and that affects them and how they're going to respond to you.
And one thing that I do really like about my therapist is a lot of the things that I deal with are things that she's had to deal with growing up too. And so not only does she know, on a professional level, like what's going on, better tools to help navigate those rough situations, but she's had to do it.
Yeah.
So, and there's honestly, with some of the stuff that I've been putting up with, there's not many people on my list who really know. Like, I have friends that I can talk to and they'll sympathize, but they don't know.
Yeah.
And it's really been helpful to talk to people who've had it happen to them, and those have been like the best conversations. So she's definitely a gem of a lady.
Find your tribe.
Yep.
You know, and yeah. Well, good.
So, yeah.
Well,
Yep,
turning to
yep.
real estate news.
Oh gosh. Wah, wah.
No.
Yeah, but in all honesty, like it sucks right now.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's why I'm so sad too.
Yeah. Well, you're still a good podcast host. Does that make you feel any better?
Thanks.
No, I think these conversations are important.
Yeah.
Like, if not just for you and me, I mean, maybe for other people out there.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not the only one on a struggle bus. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I got my struggle, but we'll talk later about
Oh
it.
gosh. Yeah, seriously, the market sucks.
Oh, yeah, the market does suck. What is the deal?
So.
What's the deal with the market?
Right?
I'll be like Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, jeez.
Man,
Like
I
you-
noticed my impressions, now that I got a microphone in front of me, not nearly as good as what they are in my head.
Never. They never are.
Totally
And I wasn't
different.
meaning that from just you. Like, I tried
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, that wasn't even close to Jerry.
Oh my
Seinfeld.
gosh. So last night as I was putting Isaac to bed, he goes, Mom, I love you. Except when you're weird. I was like, what?
Wow.
What are you talking? What am I weird?
That's what he should be like. That's what I love you the most.
I know. That's what I was really hoping for. I was like, oh shit. Like, what's he
Yeah.
gonna say? Like, he could really pick anything.
Yeah.
Close his eyes, pick anything. That's weird. He goes, well, like when you go to baby showers. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
I've gone to 2 baby showers.
when you
don't even
go to baby shower, is he thinking like
He hasn't been to a baby shower.
Then
so
he's
I think
imagining-
in his mind,
yeah.
he's thinking that a whole bunch of people are meeting up to put a baby in the shower.
Yeah, no, like he's like, that's weird, Mom.
Which,
I don't
fair.
love you when you go shower babies.
Yeah. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. I think I've been to maybe like 2 baby showers in
Yeah.
his entire life, and he's never come with me.
To
Like-
someone who thinks that a baby shower is a bunch of women getting together to wash one baby, 2 of those would be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be
Apparently.
weird. That'd be hard for him to overlook, Ma.
I don't think he understands that really what I'm doing, I'm just showing up for cake.
Right.
Like, I'm giving you a present. I just want cake.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't even know. Is somebody actually having a baby here? I don't even know.
no. My one friend just had a baby, and her baby shower was like in January.
Yeah.
So I think that's the last time he remembers me going to a baby shower. And then I think I had another one like
That's hilarious.
last September or something. So it's like, what?
Does every woman secretly hate baby showers?
I hope so. Like, I hate them. I hate showers of any kind.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I'm not a fan. I
Yeah.
hated being the person in charge of them. I hate
Right.
planning them for other people. I hate attending them for other people. I
Mhm.
do it because, like, it's free gifts are nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Wait. Did you say when you had one, did you like it?
no,
Okay.
hated it. Hated
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I haven't
And
like
then
heard anybody
wedding
like, I'm
shower?
so excited, I'm going to
Do
a
you know
baby
what
shower.
pisses me off? Like, I get actual angry when people have a sprinkle. Have you heard of that?
No.
Sprinkle.
Is
So,
this
like,
pre-shower?
no, this is you have more than one kid and you have another shower each
No, you
consecutive
do
kid.
not. No one has those.
I only like
Tell me this is.
Oh no, this is true. This is absolutely true.
Just use the shit you got the first time.
Oh, well this time we're having a girl instead of a boy.
Well,
so we need
turn
more
it
shit.
inside out. I don't
Right?
know. Is that how that works?
I don't know. But like, oh, nothing pisses me off more. Like, I understand every like
Never
certain
heard of a sprinkle.
situations where it's like, hey, we thought we were done, but the doctor didn't do a good job snipping, so
Yeah.
we got rid of everything and surprise.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that makes sense. Or
Yeah, like if there's like a big gap.
yeah. Or like I knew a couple who they thought that they couldn't have another kid,
Mhm.
and then surprise.
Yeah.
And it was the opposite gender of their first, so yeah, I'm totally behind those situations. But just the ones that you already saved everything from your last kid, you knew you were having more, and now you just want another party. No,
Yeah, that's
I
a bit
refuse. Refuse.
much. Ugh. I'm sorry if any of our listeners have had sprinkles.
I'm not.
But-
Fuck you.
You heard it here first.
Actually, now I'm going through the list of people.
Don't tell me that you went to one of their sprinkles.
Nope.
Oh, good. Okay, so let's get to the list.
And I don't plan on it, so don't even send me an invite.
So we have a list here. Of,
Sorry, that is very harsh. I'm dark times, man.
No, you're fine. If they listen this far, then they understand. They get it.
I hope so.
And maybe we'll tap into that, that little community of people who secretly hate baby showers and
Yeah.
sprinkles.
Let us know. Tell me I'm right,
Yeah.
please.
So we find our niche.
Yeah.
So we have cards that we're sending out to
Yes.
our loyal listeners who want stickers.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Tell us more. So
Yeah.
we got some pretty bitchin' Snickers.
I know. Okay, I
I
thought
know
so.
you did it earlier and I did it now. So we got some cool home slice stickers. If you've seen our Instagram, you would know because I've been slamming them everywhere and
I got
having a
one.
good time.
I got one on my computer, my
Yep.
mug.
Yep. Do you have one on your mug now?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking that speaker was a thing. Yep. Yep.
There she
So
goes.
we have been sticking them everywhere. I gave some
Put it right in front of the
to
sticker.
some of my clients, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna put this on our car." Like, really? That's like some dedication.
Oh, I'm doing that, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You said you only got 100.
I only
You're like
have 100.
you're like I got 100. We give it. I'm like that's gonna go quick
Yeah. So, anyways,
because
if
I
you
have.
want-
I think I took 50.
I mean, this pack is 50, I think. So, yeah.
No.
Like after we put them up, we'll totally divvy them out.
Yeah.
Divvy them out. But yeah, so if you want a sticker, you can email us at thehomeslicepod@gmail.com. You can DM me on Instagram at homeslicepod.
You
Sorry.
can burp.
I can burp.
You know what?
Right in the
More
microphone.
women
Sorry.
burp in front of me than men.
Really?
Yeah, that is a fact that I have never checked, but I
That
believe
I've
it to
never
be.
checked. Oh, speaking of fact check, I totally got called out for a mistake I made a couple episodes ago.
Oh, retraction
Ah!
time.
You know how it was like so.
Wait.
I was very confident about
Here's
it.
how we'll do
too.
retractions. I'm gonna do a flashback, and then you'll take a second. No, it's
Oh!
you gotta
I
look
love
at the
it.
camera. And I'm gonna do the whole fading thing.
I know, I love it.
All right, go on.
Wayne's World style.
Yes.
But
Right.
Right.
Okay. I used to do Garth all the time. That was my
game on.
Ewing. All right.
This is what
You're
we're
kinda
doing
funny.
for Halloween for sure. You're gonna be Garth. I'm gonna be Wayne. It's gonna be
Yes, please.
spectacular.
Okay.
Okay. We've said it. It's in
It's
stone
done.
now. Okay. So
Oh yeah, for Halloween special, we definitely dress up for.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Continue.
I cannot wait. I'm gonna go get the Wayne's World hat like tomorrow. But so I was so convinced that the city in Italy with the boats, like the little gondolas.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, this is Florence.
Right.
For sure.
Venice.
Fact. It's Venice.
I went along with it.
I know. You're like, I mean, you're confident. You went like,
I was like, "Is it Florence?" You're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Let's do this."
I'm
It's
like-
Florence. Let's go.
it's gotta be. It's gotta be. No.
No.
Sydney's wrong.
Venice.
Welcome to my life. wrong about most things, but I'm so confident
Yeah.
that I swung you. Like,
No kidding. Well done.
thank you.
But
But yeah,
now you
it
know.
is Venice. It's Venice.
So, do you get into the thing? This is my brain problem where I'll have somebody's name wrong.
Okay.
All right, I'll get it wrong the first time, and then I'll go out of my way to, find out their real name or try and get it right, but I cannot. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Like
Yeah.
forever, I've got the wrong one, or I'm just unsure,
Yeah.
and so I just don't choose.
I'm actually pretty good with names, not gonna
Okay.
lie.
Good.
And putting them with the right faces.
That helps too. Yeah, I mean it's one thing to be good with
I mean,
names,
I'm
but
not
if you're
trying
putting
to-
them with the wrong faces,
Right.
that's just not so good.
I'm not trying to brag.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
So
Ah.
yeah, that's one thing that I'm actually pretty good at.
Good work.
Yeah. Maybe
Well-
just do that in college. Learn.
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah. I'm tired of talking.
yeah,
This is a lot of
She's
people in
drained.
for me right now.
it's just one people.
I know. I'm still like on the verge of crying for no reason. Like it's so weird.
Okay,
But
this is a tough thing. So I'm gonna talk about being a realtor and dealing with, just having, dealing with people is hard.
it's hard.
And it's one thing.
Because you have to manage your emotions and their emotions.
Oh my God, and all their emotions.
And some people have a lot of emotions.
They do, and they come up when you least expect, or when it's never convenient when their emotions come up, or when a problem comes
Yeah.
up, because nothing, it never is. When is a convenient time for that?
No.
But yeah, you've got to go jump from managing yourself and whatever you've got going on to now someone comes to you not just with a a life problem of like just trying to get through the day even, but like maybe that coupled with a huge life decision that you're in charge of. But along with that, you do a good job and you become, you develop a relationship with that person, and now you are their go-to for and when they no longer have their big, life decision, selling their home or what moving or what they should do, but now they can come to you with their just day-to-day issues, because you put yourself in that position of being their confidant, and if you're doing this with so many people, I mean, like you're spreading yourself out, and the creating of the boundaries as a real estate agent. When I first started, I didn't realize how important that was. We name drop Spencer Childers sometimes on here, but I mean, that dude has it right as far as from the outside looking in when it comes to separating himself from, this is my personal life and this is my business life. Because I remember early on talking to him, and
we
about
should probably have him on.
We should.
I think that would be fun to go into that a little bit more.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Well, so
he's real busy, but we'll see.
He'll come in first.
Yeah.
But so just so you get an idea of Spencer, he's younger than both of us.
Yeah.
Like early 30s?
I think maybe 30, 31.
Okay.
Yeah.
And me and him he started like a year before me. So
he's fucking killing it too.
He is killing it. So he started like
a
2015, machine. I'm guessing. I started in 2016. But
yeah.
So, we kind of came up, together a little bit there at Keller Williams. And but long story short, I was taking a call we were somewhere and I was taking a call like at 9 o'clock or something. He's like, "You taking a work call?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like,
"Why?"
He's like, "I don't, after 5 o'clock, I don't take them." And to me, I'm thinking just desperation, I'm thinking, I need the work, I need, the family. I'm not going to miss out on a business or on business because of a call. And, fast forward 4 to 5 years later, and I'm still doing that bullshit. But now it's just quadrupled or, maybe even more with the amount of people who are asking that from me and who's suffering. It's my family that's suffering because
they don't get the you time. They don't get time with you because you're stuck on your phone. Yeah. The
when that moment, like one time that it came, the crashing down, the realization was during COVID when we were locked in the house and me and the kids were playing a game that they made up, and it was hilarious. Like it was, imagine like Candyland, except we're in our house. We are the game pieces. They've got pieces of papers,
that's so
trailed
fun.
out through the house, and we're going from one paper to another. And you land on it, you pick it up, you got to read what you got to do. Well, they landed on one spot. One of them did. Looked at the piece of paper and it said, act like dad. And immediately they put their head down and started like tapping on their phone.
Ouch.
I was like, holy shit. Like, is that the version of me that they see? Dad's eyes down, not connected. And that's, and to me, like, that's the worst thing I hate is when I'm, talking with someone and they're disconnected, like looking at their phone. I have to wait for their response after they're done, with whatever it is in front of their eyes.
That's probably Eric's biggest complaint about me is that I do that. And I try not to do it around the kids so much, but it's like once the kids are in bed, I do.
Yeah.
And then he feels neglected. It's
right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you have to figure out a time to shut it off, and it's not part of my coping mechanism. I feel like is me scrolling, and I call it numbing out.
Yeah.
So I numb out by the doom scroll. I numb out by I read a lot too, and it's just like an escape of the brain. Like I don't have to deal with the shit that I have to deal with. I don't have to deal with my brain being my brain. I get to live in somebody else's world for a little while, and that's my escape. And while it's like reading is viewed as like a healthy habit, I feel like I use it in an unhealthy way.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to deal with what I'm dealing with, so I don't.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
No, I
feels
see
really awkward, and my butt is puckered and so tight right now.
Well, I don't know what got us on that. Yeah.
I think a lot of what we've talked about today has been loosely connected to boundaries, and so that makes sense. Like, you have to find boundaries that work for you in your personal relationships, and then if you run your own business, you have to find your own boundaries for your business. And it doesn't have to be like a shut your phone off at 5 if you don't want it to be, but you have to figure out what's healthy for you and what makes sense. And
I was a 24/7 real estate agent basically.
Yeah.
And that I've kind of squashed that to a point, and that's a tough part too, because once you stop doing it, once you start setting those boundaries, just like with people, you set a boundary, and if you're not used to doing that,
get mad.
They get mad, and you might feel a little bit guilty because your body and your mind are used to doing those things, and now you're not giving that to your body and mind.
Yeah.
And so yeah, when you stop, there's that guilt and I get that sense of, what am I missing out on? Am I missing out on a deal that could, better my family?
Repeat business.
Yeah, but then you look at it and you're like, oh shit. I mean, just go back to the cliches because they're all true. When you're on your deathbed.
It's not just about money. You can't take it with you. You want to have the time. You want people to have the memories with you.
And the people I talk to sometimes, there's nothing sadder than me talking to an old, divorced, lonely man.
Yeah.
That's the fucking worst conversation I ever have to have, because I'm like, damn, I hope that is not me someday.
Yeah.
And that's why I just try and keep my family from running.
Priority.
No.
Yeah.
Keep them here, keep them keep them on top of mind.
Yeah.
And not get to a
and
point where they're
such
gone.
A sweet family too.
Oh, thank you very much. But I don't want to get to a point where they're used to not having me think about them, be there for them, because I know, like how I am with my parents. We weren't ever like close, me and my parents. They were good parents, but if I had a problem, I wouldn't go to them. I'd figure it out myself. So when I went off to college, it was easy, just just shut the doors and I walk away. Yeah. And it's so easy to not have them in my life, even though they come in and out, they're good. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it's just so easy to just out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And, when my family is out of sight, I don't want to be out of mind.
Right.
And I'd like to be in sight as much as I can. So anyway.
Which I think you guys, there's a lot of things that I feel like you're doing right as a person on the outside. Like just, creating the creativity with Q and him coming up with that game. And, I mean, it wasn't just him. It was all your kids. And, your willingness to go along and play with that and just that encouragement I feel like is huge. And you guys all singing that, had that family song that you each know, like, a part of. Like, that's super cool. I mean, Brooke's still around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she doesn't want to go away.
Yeah.
Like, she's hanging out. Like,
yeah.
Macy's not too far, so.
No, they don't, and I don't think they ever will. But
still, like.
But the reason is probably because I see those people, and I don't want to become that.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, and that's the thing too, like you're also not forcing them into a mold of what you want them to be.
Right.
You're like, here, you can go and do your own thing. We love you and we support you. When you have a family like that or to back you up, you don't want to be far from them.
yeah.
Or if you are like locationally far, you connect, you find ways to connect, and which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's something that I
And
didn't have either. And
Well, it
what
hadn't
I'm
always been
hoping
like
to
that.
Instill with the kids, so
I feel like when they were younger, like that wasn't a thought in our head. When they were younger, it was more just let's just get through,
survival.
Yeah, the survival. It was week by week,
Yeah.
and so
I think that's just how it is
Yeah.
with a lot of families too, with young kids. So.
we got to wrap it up.
We do. This was fun.
I
We got
gotta
shit to
send
do.
this off.
I got
All right.
a cave to go back
Yeah.
into for a
Yeah.
while.
Good. Well,
Yeah.
you stay outside
I mean-
the cave as much as you like, out in the sun as
Yeah.
much as you can.
Yeah. Roll around the yard, not
Yep.
naked.
Oh.
So don't
Uh,
come by. Like,
Well, there's no neighbors there now. As long
well,
as
they're
the builders.
building the two builders. They're doing the framing stuff, so they're outside.
Yeah,
So it's like
they're-
every time I feel like I walk outside, somebody's whistling. I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you!" Like,
Yeah. Are they really whistling?
I don't know if they're just whistling to themselves, but of course, like me in my headspace now, I think everybody's staring
Huh.
at me.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm so self-conscious.
Yeah.
It's like,
I get there.
yeah.
All
I'm
right.
just I'm gonna perch at the top of the house and have all the sunshine and none of the social commitments.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. If you made it this
if
far.
you made it that far. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well.
Sorry, that sounded like a smoker. All right.
They ended with this hitting the kink.
I know. Kink.
All right.